That was good.
That was late. Opportunity be knocking. You better let a motherfucker in.
Yeah, this been a freestyle.
Cheer. Formerly known as my friends, coming through with my Benz.
And we accidentally brilliant. And I'm still resilient. Never give up. I go the full 100 yards. Pull your black card whenever I need white service. Sometimes it don't work, and I get nervous, thinking they're gonna call the cops. But please don't stop. Don't drop me off at the. I don't know.
You know I'm still your little lady, baby.
You're accidentally brilliant.
I'm gonna say a bunch of random words, and I'm gonna try.
Yes.
You're gonna just say a bunch of random words today?
Just a bunch of random words. I don't know why it's any different than other podcasts.
Get some station identification. We're here. Welcome. It's Thursday.
Welcome everybody. We're back. It's been a few weeks.
Our resident Uber driver had to take the bus in today. We appreciate you being able to make it.
Yes. I'm
You still
glad to be
driving?
here. Yes. No, I haven't driven Uber since that one chick that got on my nerves so bad. I haven't driven Uber or Lyft. I just been so like fuck it. But
I was hoping for some more stories.
But actually, Uber sent me a email saying that I got to get some paperwork in to them about my car. Some paperwork.
Do you
or
have
something like
insurance?
that. Yeah, I have insurance. Oh, that's fine. But it's like a vehicle check or something. I got to enter some vehicle check. So my Uber license has been suspended until then. But I don't give a shit. I just send them a text message like, stop texting me. I don't care anymore.
Did you look into taking an Uber coming over here today?
I thought about it, but
I wonder how much that would have been. You've Ubered from over there before. Huh? From his house. How much was that?
I don't know. $20.
Fuck.
How much was the bus ride?
$1.50. $1.50, and I got to see two mentally challenged couple like argue.
Wait, two couples?
Well, I'm sorry, it was a couple.
Okay.
It was a couple. Like, what is the odds of two mentally? No, it was just one mentally challenged couple, and they was arguing, and the one guy, he was mentally challenged and physically challenged, and he was talking about he was going to beat someone up, which I don't think is a good idea. Looking at his condition, he would get fucked up bad. Yeah. Like,
maybe the bus system has like 5 different groups of people that have to be on every bus, and they just get on in the morning and they ride it all day long. There's like an angry guy, a homeless person, maybe mentally challenged. Every bus has that.
Yeah.
And they get paid.
Like an older Mexican woman with a big bag of groceries.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Then the one guy who always act like he's never taken a bus and his car is always in the shop. That was me today. He gotta let everybody know that I don't usually get on this fucking bus. I just want everybody to know I have a car. I'm showing pictures of my car. Look, see what happened to my tire? I usually drive. I'm not poor like you people. You're beneath me.
I recently went to Toronto, just visiting, and we were taking some public trans, and I had fucked up one of the stops before. I just completely passed the stop, and so we got off and like walked back almost all the way to the last stop. So the next time I was on this bus, I was just like really trying to pay attention. Like, this is where we're at, watching my maps on my phone. All right, station's coming up. I stand up, I pull the cord, then I realize it's like the transit station that everybody on the bus is getting off at. So like I do this 4 blocks before we get there. So I'm just I just jumped up and was ready to go, and everyone was like sitting down waiting, and then they all got up at the same time.
Everybody's getting off here. I don't know if you noticed that. I'm not gonna miss my stop.
But I did not miss the stop.
Well, that's good.
That was something.
That's
Wasn't
good.
nothing.
How's the public transportation in Canada?
Better than Detroit. Yeah, they got options. They had rail lines all up and down the place. The subway, get a lot of places. We didn't take it all the time. We took a lot of Lyfts as our preferred.
They got Lyfts in Canada?
They do have Lyfts in Canada.
You got to pay.
Where you going, A?
A?
Oh, where you going, A? Good.
I also
noted.
This might be common knowledge. I don't go there often, but spending money there. So I asked, well, is that in that's in Canadian? Will this $11 US cover it? And it was like $12, and I'm like, would this $10 or $11 in U.S. cover? He's like, well, with cash, we just do 1 for 1. It's like, okay, so everything, yeah,
That's not good though.
For them, it is, and then if I wanted to. Like nobody has the money to give back, so it's like, well, I got $1 Canadian. Let me get my U.S. dollar back because I don't need this. I'm about to go. Well, nobody really carries it, and plus we want the U.S. dollars, so we're not going to give them back.
Right, that's shitty.
So I was like, all right, back to the card.
Just
Everything was on the card.
$5. Like, how can I get my $5 back?
Right.
Oh shit.
Something changed.
Something changed in our.
I like it though.
All right, we'll just roll with it. Okay. Also, something that was going on. Oh yeah, we're speaking of public transportation. In a previous episode, we were talking about Amazon. The Amazon headquarter bid to come to Detroit, and your boy Dan Gilbert was talking about number one. They said a lot of like public transportation options in Detroit weren't very good. So that was one big reason why they didn't come here, and I get that.
Which is true.
They're trying to get people to come here, and
we don't have any subways. We had a D.
we do.
We don't. We don't have
The
any
Q?
subways.
The Q.
We have a Q line now.
We got
In the D.
we got
the
the
D.
People Mover.
The People Mover.
Come on.
The
But
People Mover is
it's a
only
classic.
downtown.
But none of those are
And the Q-
going anywhere to the suburbs where
Right.
people.
Like Atlanta has the MARTA. That shit travels all over the place.
Chicago has
the
the
People
L,
Mover
which
goes
is
in a
incredible.
circle though,
Yeah, and if you live downtown,
like
it's
a
convenient.
5-block circle.
Right. If you're downtown, you're great.
If you guys, if anyone listening is not from the Detroit area or knows about Detroit, the People Mover. When do you think that was made?
70s?
80s? No, like the 80s.
So a minute ago,
Like
and
88 or some shit like that. I'm gonna go with 88. Let's do that. Let's bet on it.
all right, let's do it.
79.
Fuck no. Closest without going over. I'm gonna say.
I mean,
80,
he lived here.
89 or 80. I'm gonna say 89.
87.
Whew.
It says it. Where does it?
That's when it began
87.
operation. Yeah.
Okay, so it's an above ground platform rail that literally travels maybe 2 miles in total.
I don't know. I would see. I can't judge it in miles. I would have to judge it in my walking experience.
2.94 miles.
2.94 miles in a circle around downtown.
I have to judge it in my walking experience. I can't tell you how far 2 miles is unless I walk it. And I'm like, ooh, I'm tired of shit. That feels like 3 miles. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way I can judge it. 2.3 miles.
You can now take that to the stop where the Q line is and then get on the Q line, and then you could take that someplace else.
To East Grand Boulevard.
But that's where you're kind of limited. And then it's either, if you want to get anywhere else, you have to do a bus.
You know, I thought Detroit buses were a lot better than Vegas buses. And the reason why I say that is I've caught the bus in Vegas when I first moved there, and you had to be at the bus stop. I mean, literally at the bus stop. If you're like halfway, you like a flag a bus down, they'll pull over. That shit doesn't work there. And another thing I noticed, like here in Detroit, you can get on the bus. Let's say you only got like maybe 6 or 7 blocks you want to go. You can get on the bus and you can pretend like you're looking for your change. Now, once you get on the bus is going to start driving. You
Right,
just
they
pretend
go.
like, where's my change? You go 2, 3 blocks. Damn, I know I had it here somewhere.
He didn't tell you
Hey, man,
so.
you got to get off the bus. Fuck, I only want to go 4 blocks anyway. So you get off. In Vegas, when you get on that bus, it does not move. So you do that whole pat in your pocket shit if you want to, and the bus driver's just going to stare and look at you like, where's that money? He's not going to move an inch. Like, oh, you can go ahead and drive. I got my money. No. Put that money in first. So you'll be stuck right there until you put in your money.
Is it true that when you get out of jail, they give you like a bus card?
I don't know. I haven't went to jail. I had a friend that went to jail for jaywalking twice. No, I think maybe 3 times. Literally jaywalking.
3 strikes. He's in there for
I'm
life
talking about,
now.
Like, literally jaywalking across the street and police woo and fucking put handcuffs on you and take you to jail.
I never understood what jaywalking is. It walking when you don't have the walk sign or walking like diagonally across?
Man, I
Diagonally
used to
across the street.
always
Diagonally across the street, and I think
just cross
the
at
signs.
you're crossing at a
Non-crossed area?
crosswalk
Yeah.
area. I
Non-crossed,
always used to
yeah.
think it was when you crossed an intersection diagonally.
I did too. Because it kind of looks
Why?
like a J.
No, it doesn't. Maybe the way you walk.
But did you thought that though?
I did for a
I did
long
too
time.
because I thought like every other way you cross the street seems normal, but if you were to cross diagonally and you're
You're like fucking
avoiding
up
going here,
two ways of
But
traffic.
even if it's not diagonally and it's just straight across, you're crossing that non-crossing, like in the middle of the block. Anywhere in there is jaywalking.
it's interesting.
So it's not like you can be walking diagonally and the police pull up. You're like, oh no, and then you start walking straight. No, you're going across that. Right, you just
Just
turn
look.
completely. I'm not diagonally walking anymore. They don't know. It's all jaywalking. That's so shitty.
That is shitty.
So speaking of which, in Canada they say you can any kind of like the bus, you can tell the bus driver to stop. Like if where you're trying to get off is in between two stations. I don't know I think it has to be at some point at night, like after sunset. I don't know. They have to let you off. Where you're trying to get off.
Oh, that's awesome.
If you
For
were
safety
to,
things?
yeah, if they said no, you got to wait to the station, get to the stop, get off, and something happens to you on the way from the station to wherever you were going, that was on the route, the bus driver is liable.
Wow, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
They don't. That's another thing. In Vegas, you can't like in here. You can get off like at the corner. You know, the bus driver put up at the corner. It'd be a red light. Like, hey, let me off right here. There go my other bus. Or there go my homegirl. I got to catch up with her. They'll let you off right there at the light. The traffic light. They don't give a fuck. It could be other cars coming. They don't give a fuck. You can get off and run wherever you got to go. In Vegas, you got to go to that actual bus stop. And that's cool. But they let you off at a.
Are they going to would they let you off just in the middle of,
Nope.
or if they're not stopped, like, hey, I need to get off right
somewhere,
here?
You can get off. If you're stopped at the corner, they'll let you off.
Okay.
At a stop sign, some shit like that. But as far as like this building right here with the flower in the window, let me off right here at this window. They won't do that. But in Canada, they would do that. That's cool, man. But then it sucks because what about if they let you off right in front of that building and something happens from there to the stairs? Like somebody would jump out like, ah! Like, fuck, the bus driver should have got off and walked you to your house. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Where do you draw the line?
There's got to be something written there, but I don't know. This was.
How'd you know that?
Two barkeeps we're talking about it.
Barkeeps?
Yeah, I think that's what they're called there.
Bartenders?
Yeah, maybe that was it.
Oh, okay.
Just these two girls. They were younger, and they were saying like it's nice where they go. That's the rule. I just figured even in Detroit, I was like, I'm assuming no one's making any kind of extra stops.
No.
Hell no.
There's already probably a lot of stops. And then to make additional ones, that thing would take forever. But we do need more public transportation here.
Yeah, so that was one. The other thing he said was the just Detroit's reputation is still, they haven't been able to outgrow that. So they're still fighting against the bad image that Detroit has.
Yeah, and that's hard, man. It's gonna be a hard image to overcome. I mean, you gotta have like a lot of really nice things to just come out of Detroit. A lot of nice stories to kind of change that image. And it's gonna take years, man. It's
probably like
years
25
20
years.
years. There's just positive stories.
You had a 20-year plan for Detroit, didn't you?
Yeah, definitely. You definitely have to.
Did you turn it into Duggan?
No. I should run for mayor, but I only get like.
I didn't say turn into Duggan. I said turn in your plan to Duggan.
Oh, turn into fuck Duggan.
Yeah, I should run for mayor.
Nobody suggested that. Especially after this podcast, any kind of information like this on the internet.
That guy wants to legalize rape. I heard him on his podcast. Don't vote for him. That should have come back and haunt me.
Oh,
would you vote for Keon Vance?
Speaking of haunting, they talk about ghost rape too.
Talk about ghost rape, right? You know
What's this guy into?
All right. And you see me on there, I vote for rape. They'd be like, what the fuck? Like, no,
Ghost rape.
It was a podcast. It was a joke.
It was a joke.
Right. But I definitely think that what you got to work on the babies, man. These young kids out here
Full
now.
circle, man. You need it.
The older ones, they're already shitty and in their ways. And, I mean, you could have something for them, some type of programs, after-school programs. But pretty much some of them, they already ain't going to be shit. And they're not. So let them be not shit. And work on building the positive image with these kids, these babies.
But do you think if the babies are going to be around that older group at their house, that it's still going to be what you're doing after school is just going to not mean anything?
Well, I mean, the kids always come home. I mean, it's about upbringing. And even though you might be around some negative things, in the back of your mind, a lot of kids would be like, you know what, I probably shouldn't do it because of that positive rap song that I heard as a kid, at the youth center or brother this or sister that was always mentoring me and telling me not to do it. If you always got them in their lives, some of them are still going to stray away no matter what. You can have kids that grow up in great homes with two parents and all their parents and their mothers and with their mother and father both went to college, all the brothers are going to college, and they still be shitheads on drugs and robbing people and crime. You still have that. Thieving, right. But but the majority of the kids, man, you could just point them in the right direction. If you have more youth programs, more after school programs, more summer programs, just more people around them, providing summer jobs and just being mentors. Your dog's about to trip over.
We're about to.
But that's what we need. Man. We need more of that. More of that.
It's true. The role model thing too, though, I think is still. I mean, you got to have jobs, but you got to get the education to get jobs, and in order to have quality education, you need people who are going to come to school, take it seriously. It's and who holds them accountable for that? It's a full circle thing. There's a lot of different areas that you got to work on at the same time.
Well, the first area.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I can tell you this: the first area you could work on is the young black women. Because young black women, especially in the city of Detroit, has the power to change this whole city, and they just don't realize it. Right now, you got these guys walking around with their pants falling all off their ass, and women are dating these guys. Women are if women would stop dating these guys, I guarantee you people will start pulling their pants up. If you was wearing your pants like that and you was trying to talk to a girl and they was like, "Ugh, I don't talk to you. You got your pants hanging off and you showing your ass. Ugh, what is?" I guarantee you guys will stop doing that because two things will come out of that. One, other guys will be like, "Oh, you must not get no pussy because you got your pants like that." Or they'll be like, "Oh, you must be gay because you don't like," you know what I mean? So they will start pulling their pants up. I guarantee.
But there's there's a lot of women that like that.
Exactly.
That perception or that look of a guy.
That's why I said if you could start with young women, like, "Oh, you dropped out of school. I don't want to talk to you. You ain't getting none of this cookie. You don't go to school." Guys will start going to school. Everything guys do right now is for women.
I like it. And
put the pussy on a pedestal.
Yes.
I like it, and I often say that about like rap music. That rap music would be a lot different if the women, appreciated the lyricism of it or whatever, and wasn't just trying to get turned in the club. Because the guys are going to the club for the women, right?
Yeah.
So
that's all the music is now,
right? So I like it, but that's a little weird to be like, we can do whatever we want. It's you guys that need to start picking through us differently. We're waiting on you. We're not going to do a damn thing to change. We're going to wait on you to.
You guys remember that one scary movie? I don't know which one it was. No,
scary movie?
The actual scary movie franchise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. It was one of them. When they were saying, the black girl, she was like, "Look, here's the aliens attacking Detroit." And it shows the aliens or some shit. And it was like, here's the Detroit afterwards or some shit. And it was like the same exact shot. They just took the aliens out or some shit.
It really was Detroit that
it was Detroit. Well, I don't know. It was just a fucked up area. But it was like, here's Detroit. And then here's Detroit being attacked by aliens. And they just put in aliens. It was the exact same shot.
There are parts of Detroit that if you were to just take an image of that in like Afghanistan or something, you would almost think it's the same place because buildings are just
as long as it wasn't.
And that's what we gotta get over that, and then we gotta clean up. This takes, man. You got 4 major sports teams in downtown Detroit, and each one of those teams, 15 millionaires on the Pistons. You got about maybe 30 or 40 millionaires on baseball. The same amount for hockey.
But if those people aren't from here, they typically give back to their hometown.
Yeah, but just think about this. You got all those players. If they started a fund where they all donated maybe 5% of their paycheck at the end of the year, or something like
communist?
that. No. Just think about it. If they all donated 5%.
Why? What did Detroit do to
help
them?
their city?
This isn't their city.
Gave them a job. They work here. They're employed here. The city you're paid.
It's a Detroit tax.
Yeah.
You got to join the fund.
And they just come together though.
They didn't want to be here. They got traded here.
Yeah, some of them did. Some of them got picked here.
Blake Griffin, you think Blake Griffin wanted to come to Detroit in the middle of the winter?
Absolutely not.
Hell no.
Whatever.
He's
now.
He's saying all the right things. Oh, so happy to be here and all that.
Or maybe just if everybody gave back to their home city, it'd be the,
Yeah, because there's a lot of athletes from Detroit that are playing somewhere else. What's his name? Brandon Graham? the one that had the big strip sack in the Super Bowl, he's from Detroit.
Oh yeah, you play. Well, he's from Michigan, huh?
Yeah, he's from Michigan. He's from Detroit.
I love the fact that it was 2 Michigan players. What's his name? Graham, stripping
Brady.
Tom Brady, and Brady lost because of it. And go back to the Woodson Tom Brady game in the AFC Championship where the tuck rule started. You remember that? Remember that play? And that was that should have been a fumble. It should have been called a fumble. The Raiders should have won, and it was interesting that at that point, Tom Brady had won that interaction, and then this time he lost. Either way, as long as Michigan keeps losing,
I was like, you're a Notre Dame fan. You're a Michigan State, right?
But back to Detroit, you're talking about the downtown core area. Yeah, it's got these 4 teams and all these places, but the issue is building up the neighborhoods.
Yeah,
there's so much to Detroit outside
downtown
of that
has
center.
grown up, and it's not like it used to be. But like Alex said, it's got to branch it out.
I had started a thing a few years ago, Keep 313 Clean, and during the summer 2014, I went out and I cut the grass in vacant lots in my old neighborhood. All the grass, I would clean up these fields, and I didn't even stay down there anymore. You know what I mean? I was staying on McCormick, but I would go down there and I would clean up my neighborhood, get to borrow people lawnmowers, but I didn't have the funding. That was the only thing. But if I could have got a Ace Hardware or someplace to donate some lawnmowers, I'm pretty sure. I had a lot of people come out and support too. I had people come by. My homegirl T, man, she came by and she dropped off like a case of hot dogs and hot dog buns and waters and everything. And other people was doing the same thing too.
Was it just you?
No.
They were just getting whole cases of hot dogs.
It was a lot of people came out and actually helped. Quaddy came out and helped. But see, one of the things that happened was like Quaddy lawnmower broke and I had to replace that. You know what I mean? It was one of the belts. It was a big ass lawnmower. And it was just like, man, this can get expensive. What if other people came out and their equipment got broke? I feel like I would be responsible. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I had to stop doing it. But just think if, like I said, man, you got like Dan Gilbert and the Illich family, the Ford family, the guy that owns the Pistons, whoever the hell he is, if they can all come together, man, and donate and just give back and I mean, it's just so much more that we can do for our city. We got to get rid of the things that's outside of downtown is what we got to work on. I don't see why we can't have just a mass production of us just cleaning up the city. These vacant lots, all this trash. And
Motor
shit,
City cleanup.
The Motor City cleanup.
They got those going on a couple of times a year, right?
Yeah, where you go out and people are painting the curves and stuff like that.
But is that going to fix the issue?
No. Well, no.
It's multiple
things.
It's going to inspire, though. It's going to inspire. So if more people are taking pride in their area, they keep an eye out for.
That helps a little bit but it's like putting a new frame on a shitty car. You know what I mean?
Right. If people still don't have jobs and education.
But majority of those houses are being rented. If you don't own something, people typically aren't going to take pride in it. So if all these people out in the suburbs own all these houses and they're renting them out, it's still going to be the same thing.
Yeah,
people have to own the houses, and I think they'll take more pride in it.
How are you going to do that?
Haven't worked that.
Love the silence.
Like you got one of the things like Muhammad Ali says the best, man. You can take a ghetto and build a $90 million project. You know, that real nice doors and windows and walls and everything is clean and clean up all the trash and everything. And then within a few years, those people are going to tear that fucking place up and it's going to be right back raggedy. Why? Because you haven't changed the mind of the people. And that's what I was saying about working with the babies. You know what I mean? Getting these babies so that when they grow up, they will care more about, cleaning up their neighborhoods and not just eating a bag of chips and just throwing it on the ground. You know how many times I see that? People walking and eating chips and they just throw it on the ground because they don't give a fuck. Right. You know what I mean? It's like, and they can just ball that shit up and put it in your pocket till you get home. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like I said, man, work with these kids and and come up with some clever ass rap songs about that. Clean up your trash, or don't be an ass. Get a dope ass beat and some positive lyrics will go so much further. You know what I'm saying? You have a kid get ready to piss in the alley. He's like, no, put up my pee pee because I don't want to be a wee wee. You know what I'm saying? He probably piss somewhere else. You know what I mean? So it just be a positive influence, man. He might piss somewhere eventually, but at least it'll be in his head to maybe I shouldn't piss right here. Maybe I shouldn't throw this empty bottle just on the ground and glass everywhere. You know what I mean?
Maybe
I shouldn't go smoke crack. You know what I mean? That's the one thing I just don't understand how it's not fucking done. How is there still crackheads? I have no idea. I feel bad for somebody
because people are still making money off it.
But look, like people that are older than me that got hooked on crack, I understand. I feel sorry for them because it was a new thing out. There wasn't crackheads. There wasn't people who were selling their VCRs and stealing their mother purses. That shit wasn't going on. It was a new drug. Like, hey, this is cool, and it's all right to smoke crack. And then after a while, I was like, fuck, man, I just sucked somebody's dick for crack. I probably shouldn't be doing this, but I'm already hooked now. I'm already hooked. You know what I mean? I'm sucking dicks like crazy for crack.
Who's getting hooked now? Is it
now, right?
You know that this is a potential. Like you might be sucking dick in a week or two.
Exactly. The percentage of you sucking a dick has instantly increased,
skyrocketed,
just by you smoking crack. Like that's a possibility.
It's not going to happen to me.
Like your first time, like right now,
Johnny, put down that pipe. Why? It's not going to happen to me. I'm not going to smoke pole for.
Right. I'm not going to suck a dick. That only happens in the movies. Okay, you're going to be sucking this dick in a minute, Johnny. I guarantee it.
What if I gave you this, Johnny?
Here's something. You ever thought about this? If you suck a dick for crack, but you still have a big screen TV, did you really want to suck that dick? I mean, like, how
you had another option.
Right, you
could have sold something. Oh, again, accidentally brilliant. Accidentally bringing you some financial tips.
Let me suck your dick for crack. Dude, you got like $800 in your pocket. Like, what are you...
I need that.
And I always wonder that about homeless people on the corner. Like, sometimes they'll have earrings, a watch, or something. Like, at what point do you sell that? I mean, when do you get rid of everything you have to try to survive, but you're still holding on to it?
Yeah, sell me that Movado. Fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, what?
Right.
All right, you got Beats headphones. Sell them, man. I ain't get rid of old Beats. You crazy?
I think the word of the day is value. It doesn't cost anything to suck dick. All right.
You can't suck dick for crack if you still have possessions. That's the moral of the story. That's going to be your last resort.
We are definitely accidentally brilliant. Mike Booyah, some call me Earl. Parting words?
Could you imagine, like, getting ready to suck somebody's dick? You're like, oh, shit, I got a VCR. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait.
Stop.
Like, no, suck this dick. No. I got a DVD player.
Too late,
wait,
son.
I just realized.
Peace.
Bitch, I'm a Detroit hustler. Push whips without the muffler. Loud, nasty, foul, never flashy. I mean, just